What is up, guys? This is Glasgow here, bringing you the top 8 game I had in the Premier Challenge I attended last weekend. So he has a very cool team. He has 3 steel types: Bishop, Ferrothorn, and some other guy that I don't remember anymore. So yeah, my win condition is definitely Heatran on the Trick Room probably. So I don't know. I tried to set up Trick Room right here, hoping my Moongus would survive somehow this turn. But as you can see, it dies turn 1 to a knockoff and Ice Beam double target. Now I'm sending in my as you can see, setting up Trick Room. Now sending in my Kangaskhan, I believe, and looking at what I've got in the back, aka Heatran, the Swampert is definitely the bigger threat, so definitely double targeting the Swampert right here, as he switches in his Salamence here, and he also switches out his Bisharp into his Ferrothorn. Thankfully I did not power up punch the Bisharp, because otherwise I would have taken huge amounts of damage with my Kangaskhan. So yeah, they're gonna double target here with Psychic and a return into the Swampert slot, which is now a Salamence. Gonna get some nice damage off, and here I'm going to make a play. Call me the god. I'm going to power punch the Salamence, knocking out his Mac the Knife, or whatever it's called. As he leech seeds my Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is definitely not a win condition right now. What I should have done in hindsight is, instead of Ice Beaming the Ferrothorn, I should have reversed Trick Room so that my Kangaskhan would be able to knock out his Swampert next turn, but I wasn't that... I didn't see that this far, so yeah. Oh, and his thing actually survives, so yeah, there's that. He's going to Sucker Punch the Kangaskhan, gonna do some decent damage and knock it out with a Gyro Ball. As I Ice Beam the Bishop because it is the bigger threat right here. Ferrothorn I can easily knock out with my Flamethrower that I've got in the bag with my Heatran, so yeah. Now, funny thing, he actually reached out his hand like GG, and I'm like, yo, hold up. It ain't over till I say it's over. So yeah. He protects his Ferrothorn as I protect my Heatran, starting out the last turn of Trick Room as I Psychic the Swampert, and look at that damage that it does nothing. So here I figure out, wow, it is actually Assault Vest, so gonna have to Toxicate and hope that I can survive somehow with my Heatran for long enough that my Toxic can rack up enough damage so that a Psychic and Earth Power will knock out the Swampert, because his Ferrothorn really isn't winning against my Heatran. So yeah, got a substitute up here as I Toxic the Swampert and he Earth Powers my Heatran. Now I figured he could easily Rock Slide, or I just figured I'm just going to might as well knock out the Salamence right here, because it seems to be a threat, especially with this Rock Slide right here. If I had flinched with my Cresselia, it probably would have been game over, but thankfully I pull through and take it out with an Ice Beam. And yeah, the Toxic is going to rack up some more damage onto that Swampert. Slow but steady. And yeah, he brings in this one. This is really just an easy substitute for me. Had he Leech Seeded here my Heatran, it probably would have been, I would have lost, but fortunately enough he Leech Seeded my Cresselia for some reason, which I don't 100% agree with, because if you're going to make a play, then make the play 100% and not 50-50. So yeah, now I believe his Swampert is at a point after toxic damage where I'm confident enough that Earth Power and Psychic will knock out the Swampert. So gonna Psychic the Swampert and Earth Power it as well to knock it out. So crisis averted. He reached out his hand to say me GG, now I'm reaching out my hand to say him GG. Now the game isn't over unless he gets a double and triple protect, which is highly unlikely, but it can still happen, so let's see what happens. I don't think you can get a quadruple protect. That should be impossible, like, right? The odds aren't, I mean, even a double protect, the odds aren't in your favor, but it is still possible, so yeah. I don't know what I'm rambling. Nice weather today, ain't it? No, but seriously, this game, I gotta say, I played it really nice, and such. I played it really nicely and such. Yep. So here comes the last protect of his. After turn effects, too real. So yeah, Ice Beam right here. Does nothing but Flamethrower. Thankfully I have a Flamethrower and not Heat Wave, because Heat Wave might have missed, guessing my luck, but yeah. So GG Dave. Stay tuned for game 2.